Welcome everybody to strength training. Let's go ahead and begin our warm-up. So we're going to march. Try to pick those knees up. And then a little step and touch. And then we're going to kick to the inside. Looks like this. I invite you to get your favorite playlist going. So you've got a beat to follow. And then we're going to kick those heels to the rear. And then we'll come back to center and half jack to the right, left. Good, once more each side. Come back to center and squat. Good, two more. And back to marching. And side step. And then kick to the inside. And to the rear. Back to center. Here we go, half jack. Once more each side. Back to center and squat. Remember to push the weight back in those hips. Good, last one. And up. Widen your stance a little bit, hands together, and then up and down. Bring those arms down, and then sweep them up, and we'll do the wave. Come back to center, bring the arms out to the side, palms up, fingertips to the shoulders. Hold those fingertips there and then reach it up. And then come back to center, elbows circles. And reverse. And then open and close. Good. And then release those arms, wiggle it out, shake it out, grab a drink. So always make sure you have water available. All right. So today you will need a chair. You will need your resistance bands, dumbbells. I'm also going to do an exercise with ankle weights. You may or may not have some ankle or even wrist weights. If you do, go ahead and grab them. If not, that's okay. You can still do the exercise just using your body weight. But ankle and wrist weights are easy to put on and use, so you may want to think about getting some of those. All right, and your mat. And we're actually going to start on the floor. So grab your mat. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a chest press, only we're going to add a resistance band to the dumbbells to just give it a little more resistance. So grab your band and your dumbbells. Now, the tricky part here is it just takes a little coordination to get set up. So you're going to bring the band behind your back. Then, and you can do this if you want, kind of sitting down like this too. Now, take the ends of the band and just wrap it around your dumbbell. Hopefully you can see this. Okay, and then you're going to hold on to the dumbbell and the band. So the coordination part here is just getting it wrapped around both. All right, once you have that, then go ahead and head down to the mat. So again, adjust your band so it's in your upper back. Your knees are bent to protect that low back. Elbows are bent, palms facing each other, and then you're just going to extend and come back down. So you'll see how the band is going to add a little bit here. Okay? All right, let me get my music going here. All right, here we go. Ready? Whoops, just turn it off. There we go. Here we go. Good. Got 10 more seconds. Good. Last one here. Good. Bring those dumbbells down. Now wiggle your fingers. Take a few seconds break here. All right, here we go, second set. Good. 5 seconds. Let's get 2 more reps in. Good. All right. Go ahead and put those dumbbells down. Roll on up back to your seated position. And we're going to come up to standing. All right, go ahead and just put your mat to the side. We will use it again in a minute. And then you'll want to grab a dumbbell. I'm going to use a kettlebell because I have a kettlebell. And just, it's a little easier to hold. But you can certainly do this with a dumbbell too. So we're going to be working the legs. We're going to do a front lunge. So you're going to step forward, step back, and we're going to alternate the legs. Okay, so that's the movement. Now, here's where the dumbbell comes in. You're going to pass it underneath your thigh as you step forward. So it looks like this. Okay, whoops, I just did something weird with my hands there. But as you step forward, just pass it under the thigh to the other hand. All right? Okay, here we go. We'll start with the right leg. Begin. Got a little balance going here, just even stepping forward. 5 seconds. Good. All right, rest it out. Please grab a drink at any time, whenever you need a drink. All right. Here we go. Repeat. Push off with that front leg when you step back. Five seconds. Let's do it once more each side. Good. All right, rest it out. Go ahead, actually keep one of your dumbbells. So you only had one. We're going to do a bent over row. So you may want to change the weight, but we're just going to do one arm at a time. So I'm going to switch, actually. All right, so working the back. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see my stance. Feet are shoulder width apart. You're going to bend your knees and then bend from the hip. You see how my back stays straight? You can place your left hand on your left thigh, extend the right arm, and then bend the elbow, pull the upper arm up towards the ceiling. So you do this rowing motion. Here we go. Begin. You may be able to have a little heavier weight here. You're using your back muscles and using your arm, obviously, too. But all right, last one here. Good. Take a break. Shake that arm out. All right, we're going to switch over to the left. So again, this kind of half squat. Bring the torso forward, keep the back straight. Begin. Five seconds. Good. Last one here. Good. All right. Go ahead and put your dumbbell down, and then we're going to pick up a resistance band. So we're going to work the shoulder. All right. So a couple of weeks ago, we did a sword fighter. We did this diagonal like we're pulling out the sword. Now we're going to do a reverse sword fighter. So start with the band in the palm of your left hand, and that's going to come up here. Then you're going to hold up on the band. Now leave a pretty decent distance between, because you're going to pull it down. So you're going to come up with the right hand, meet the left, and then pull the band down to your right hip. So you're just reversing that movement, okay? All right, here we go. Good, about 5 more seconds. Last one. Good. Release those arms down, wiggle it out, shake it out. We'll take a couple of seconds here. And then we'll try it on the other side. So just bunch up some of the band in that right palm. And then you're going to bring the left hand up to the right and then pull it down towards that left hip. Here we go. When you extend the band, try to have it across the thumb rather than in between the index finger and thumb. That skin is very thin there. You don't want to pinch it. Good, 5 seconds. Let's get one more. Good, all right, relax those arms out, wiggle it out. Now, we'll put our resistance bands down, grab your chair. And then you want to grab one dumbbell. We're going to do a variation of a bicep curl. So grab the weight that's best for you. All right. So having a seat, this is called a concentration curl. So you want to sit up towards the edge of the chair, and you're going to sit in this wide stance. So we'll start with the dumbbell in the right hand. You're going to place your right forearm on your thigh so that the dumbbell is facing in the center. And then you're going to curl. So extend the arm against your thigh and then bend it. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Five seconds. Good. Rest it out. We're going to be switching hands. Shake out that right hand. All right, here we go. Left side. Resting that left forearm on the thigh, extend the arm, and then just curl it up. Good, keep going. Good, 2 more. Good. All right, rest it out, shake that hand out. Put your chair to the side. We're gonna come back down on the mat. All right, so we're going to do a little core work. So roll on your side, lower yourself down to the mat, and then roll on your back. And then once you're on the floor, you're going to bend your knees, and then you're going to pick your feet up off the floor so that your legs are at about a 90-degree angle. Knees are over your hips. So this is the starting point for your legs. Your arms are going to come up towards the ceiling with the palms facing each other. So this particular exercise is sort of the reverse of a bird dog. If you've done the bird dog on your hands and knees, we're now doing it in the supine position. So it's an opposite arm and leg. So you're going to drop the left arm down and then drop your right toe down to the floor and then come back to center. So you'll always start right here. And then you switch. So right arm down, left toe down, and up, and switch. So you kind of have to think about this too. Go nice, even pace here. All right, and we're going to do this for 30 seconds. Let me turn my music on, and here we go. And I have to think, what am I doing here? Try to keep those abs tight. So think thumb down, toe down. Good. Do it last time here. Good. And then just hug those knees, rest it out. Got 30 more seconds. All right, here we go. Come back to your starting point. Ready? Begin. About 5 more seconds. Good. Do it once more each side. Good. Hug those knees. If you want to do some circles, go ahead and do that. Good. All right. We'll take just a few minute break here. Grab a drink. We're actually going to stay on the mat for the next one. We're coming back to the chest. So you want your dumbbells and that resistance band again. So go ahead and grab those. Grab a drink. All right, when you're ready, we're going to do that same setup. Bring the band around behind you. You want it in that upper back. Here's the hard part. Wrapping that band around the dumbbells. All right, once you have that, take those dumbbells, again, roll yourself down on your side and then on your back. All right, so this time, keep those knees back. That'll help protect that low back. Now we're going to do our chest fly. So you're going to extend the arms, bend the elbows as you come out to the side. Keep your elbows at shoulder height and come back up. Keep a little bend in the elbows, so don't let your hands fall out to the side. You want to keep your hands so when you open your arms in your peripheral vision, you can still see your hands. All right, here we go, 30 seconds. Imagine you're giving somebody a big bear hug, wrapping your arms around a barrel, something like that. Good. Do 2 more. There's 1, 2. Good. Rest it out. Wiggle those fingers. If you need to adjust your band, and maybe you're not using a band, that's perfectly fine too. The band's just adding a little more resistance. All right, here we go. Ready? Begin. Five seconds. Good, let's do 1 more. Good. All right, rest it out. We'll come back up to standing, so release your band. Go ahead and put your dumbbells to the side. Now, before you come up, if you do have ankle weights, go ahead and put them on. I'm going to put them on and I'll show you how to use them. So if you do decide you want to get some, they do come in different weights. You can get 1 pound, 1.5. These are 2.5. And I got these on Amazon. So, all right. Come on up to standing. You can go ahead and put your mat aside. We won't be using the mat anymore. All right. Now, grab your chair. All right, so we're going to work the hamstrings. You don't need to have an ankle weight. I'm just going to wear mine. You're going to stand up nice and tall, shift the weight over to that left leg, and you're just going to bend the right knee. So you're going to kick that heel up. Now, the key is when you do that, don't push your thigh forward. So try to keep your knees in line with one another. And you're just going to kick that heel up. All right, here we go. Just the right leg. So even without the weight, you're still working that hamstring. Good, 2 more. Good, rest it out. All right, here we go. Left leg, same thing. Try to keep the knees in line with one another. Good, 5 seconds. Good, last one here. Good, all right. I'm just gonna take my weights off. All right, so we're going to come back to the back. This time, you're just going to pick up one weight. We're going to do a shrug, only we're just going to do one side at a time. So pick up your appropriate weight. We'll start on the right side. Stand up nice and tall, shoulders are down. Pick up just the right shoulder and pull it down. Here we go. Remember to keep the arms straight because you want the shoulder to do the work. Two more. Good. Rest it out. All right, put that weight in the left hand. Here we go. Shrug, just the left side. Keep those abs tight. Five seconds. Good. Last one. Good. All right. Rest it out on that left side. And then you're going to need 2 dumbbells. We're going to do some lateral raises. So again, pick the right size for you. And this one we're actually going to do in the chair. So sitting up nice and tall. Bring your dumbbells in front of you so the palms are facing each other, elbows are pointing down. And then you're just going to lift the elbows out to the side. So my knuckles are facing each other now. And then drop them down. Here we go. Two more. Good. Rest those hands down, shake it out. All right, here we go. Same thing. Begin. Good. Two more. Good. All right. Rest it out. So we're going to stay in the chair. The next one, our last one, we're going to work on the triceps. I'm going to turn sideways so that you see how you're going to set up in the chair. So similar to how we set up for the bent over row, only you're going to do it seated. So you're going to bend forward from the hip. You're going to bring your elbows alongside the body. Have your palms facing each other. Now, the exercise is pushing the arms back, or the elbows. So just bend and extend from the elbow. Try not to move that upper arm and try to keep your wrist stiff. All right, here we go. So it's the push back that activates the tricep. Ten seconds. Good, let's do two more. Good, rest it out. Come on up all the way, just Rest the dumbbells in the lap, shake it out. Do a couple little wiggles and shrugs. All right, here we go, last set. And begin. Ten seconds. Good, 2 more. Good. All right, go ahead and put your dumbbells to the side. We're going to do our stretches in the chair. Good. All right, so I'm going to move back a little bit here so you can see my legs. We're going to start with a hamstring stretch. So working your way up towards the edge of the seat. Extend the right leg out in front of you. Take the left heel and stack it on top of your right toes. So your right heel is on the floor, toes up, and you're just placing that left foot on top of the right foot. So the stretch you're mainly going to feel is in that left leg. Good. And then nice, easy breathing here. You may feel your heart rate's elevated a little bit. You just continue to take some nice deep breaths. Also with the stretching, we're bringing that heart rate down. Good, and then let's switch. So extend the left leg, heel down, right foot, just put your toes, or your heel, your right heel on top of your left toes. Now, if you want to deepen the stretch, maybe your hamstrings are a little more flexible, you're going to bend from the hip. Think of pulling the breastbone forward, maybe just an inch or two, and you're going to feel a deepening in that stretch. Good. Continue to breathe. Good. And then bring the torso up. Go ahead and release the right leg. Sitting midway in the chair, we're going to do a stretch for the glutes, so into the hip. If you've had a hip replacement, then just cross that right foot over the left. You may want to scoot up for this because you want to open that right knee out to the side. Otherwise, we'll cross the right foot over the left thigh. Good, so you should feel a nice stretch here in that right hip. If you are a little more flexible, again, you can deepen that stretch by pulling the chest forward. Your back stays straight, so there's no rounding. Good, continue to breathe. Hopefully you're all back to breathing through the nose. When you breathe through your mouth, and that's called anaerobic breathing, meaning your body needed more oxygen, and maybe you did have that a couple of times throughout the class. So I want to try to return that breathing to normal. Good. And then go ahead and come on back up. We'll switch legs again, either crossing the ankles, probably moving up in the chair to open up that left knee, or crossing the foot over the thigh. And you'll notice one hip is going to be probably tighter than the other. So remember, there's never any pain or discomfort. So modify each stretch as you need to. All right, as you release that left leg, we'll now do a quad stretch. So we're going to take the right knee, step it wide, and then you're actually going to turn your hips in the chair. So you're facing to the right. Shift your hips up towards the edge of the chair, and then drop the left knee down and kind of wiggle that left foot back so that you walk that leg back as far as you can. What you want to do is open up through the front of the left thigh. So you're stretching not only the quad, but into what's called the psoas muscle here. You can hold on to the back of the chair, the seat of the chair, if that gives you a little more stability too. Try to keep your torso upright and continue to breathe. Couple more seconds. Good. So holding on to the seat of the chair, sweep that left leg up, and then we'll turn and do it on the other side. So just walk your legs around, bring the left knee so it's pointing to the left, and then turn your hips. And adjust yourself on the chair. You may want to walk your hips back a little bit to open up through the right. Again, kind of wiggle that right foot back. You feel that nice stretch. And then keeping the torso upright. And breathe. Watch the clock here. So we're holding each stretch for about 20 seconds. When you stretch at home, ideally you want to stretch for a good minute. So at least 30 seconds on each side. You can always do a couple of sets. You can stretch, do it on the other side, and then go back to that side too. All right, go ahead and sweep that left or right leg forward, and then walk those feet around so you're facing front. Good. And then taking the right arm, we're going to bring it across the body. Use that left arm to kind of hug that arm in a little bit closer. And then open and close the right fingers. And then some wrist circles. And reverse. Good. And then switch arms. Left arm across. Again, I'm using, you can either use your right hand or the forearm to hug it in. Open and close those left fingers. And some wrist circles. And reverse. Good. And then release that left arm. Bring the arms alongside the body. We'll start with the right arm, a little tricep stretch. So sweep the arm up, bend at the elbow, taking that left hand and just pushing that elbow up a little bit higher. Or if you're a little more flexible, holding on to the elbow, pulling it in towards the back of the head. Try not to drop your chin down as you do that. So either way, you should feel this stretch in the back of the upper arm. That's the tricep. Good. Continue to breathe. Good. And then switch arms. So either here or just even pulling. Either way, you're getting a nice stretch. This one, you hit a little more into the shoulder. Good. and then release the left arm. Bring the hands down, clasp your hands. You're going to turn the palms out. Keep the shoulders down as you reach through your palms. So stretching between the shoulder blades. Good, and then as you release the hands, bring them down, around, and then behind you. Press your palms down towards the floor, and then lift the chest. Really open up through the chest, looking up. Good, and then releasing back to center, do a couple little shoulder rolls or shrugs. And thank you all so much for joining me. See you next time.